D.C. Always good to talk to you and get your perspective here. As we look ahead to what is happening in Lebanon, this has been referred to as a watershed moment. Do you agree?
Erica, it's good to be with you too. It's a watershed moment. It's the dawn of a new era for Lebanon, a small country and one where the geopolitics of the region often reflects on the domestic politics of Beirut. So we have this election of a U.S.-backed president, a highly credible commander of the Lebanese Army last week, and now Nawaf Salam, the top judge at the International Court of Justice, on his way to becoming prime minister. These are two people who in 2019 refused to crack down on the popular protest against the corrupt political class backed by Hezbollah at the time, and also fully supported it. So it's a huge victory, not only for the anti-Iran camp in Lebanon, but also for those who wanting change and a corrupt free government.
So in terms of wanting that change, that corrupt free government, there was this speech from the president promising judicial reforms, promising to fight corruption, to your point, also alluding to disarming Hezbollah. What about the headwinds, though, that could still exist?
And there's no shortage of headwinds to be expected. I would point out that even in Washington, even though this is a welcome development for Washington that reflects perhaps a new Pax Americana that we can say is on its way in the region after the collapse of the Iran-backed Axis, the collapse of the Assad regime, the defeat of Hezbollah in its war against Israel. Nawaf Salam as prime minister is not quite supported or popular in the Trump camp in Washington because of his criticism of Israel and during his tenure at the International Court of Justice. So there will be some headwinds in Washington, and obviously Iran and Hezbollah, they are very dangerous players in Lebanon, still the most powerful armed non-state actor in the world, and one would have to wait for what their reaction is going to be in the weeks and months ahead. There's also a mammoth reconstruction task ahead, billions of dollars that are required in support from the international community in the wake of the devastating war between Israel and Hezbollah.
And there are also questions, too, about how long this ceasefire deal will last, right? I mean, we saw the IDF strikes on Sunday. This agreement from November has largely held, but despite both sides repeatedly accusing the other one of violating it. In your view, how fragile is it in this moment?
Great question. Thank you, Erica, for highlighting that. Yes, that 60-day ceasefire actually comes to an end on the 24th or 25th of this month, so we're around the corner from that crucial date. It's been an imperfect implementation of that ceasefire by both sides. Clearly, the Lebanese side still has somewhere to go in terms of disarming Hezbollah, particularly south of the Litani River, that crucial border area. And that could very much provide Israel the pretext of actually not fully withdrawing out of Lebanese territory, trying to safeguard some of the communities adjacent to that border. So we're going to be at a critical junction, but I would have to say that the election both of an American-backed president who's credible on the street in Beirut, who was previously the commander of the armed forces, and also now this prime minister, that bodes well. And it is incumbent upon the international community and the U.S. to give the new leadership in Beirut a chance as they try to stabilize the ship and build a new era in Lebanon that is free of Iranian control.
And before I let you go, these intense efforts from Saudi Arabia, too, that we've seen over the last several weeks, how do you expect that to impact this new administration, this new government?
The Saudis are crucial players throughout the region, particularly in Lebanon. They did play a very important role in convincing the various coalitions in parliament to finally vote for that president last week after a 2.5-year vacancy in the presidency. They were not involved at all in this election of the prime minister, who's the top Sunni post in the land, and allowed space for the local forces and the politics to play out. The Saudis, with their deep pockets, are crucial in the reconstruction of Lebanon. I do have to say they have been a bit more hesitant about, as they would like to put it, throw good money after bad in Lebanon. They have had a bad taste given Iran's control over the country for many years and are much more focused at home. So there is a Saudi role to be played. It's crucial. It's an open question as whether the new leadership in Lebanon will have Saudi be more forthcoming in its support for the country.
Firas, always good to talk to you. Thank you.